What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am David, and as always, I'm joined with Robin. And we decided to do another emergency stream because we can't get enough of A, crypto, and B, you. And so we're going to talk, obviously, FTX, Binance. They have backed out of the deal. It is official. Wait till you hear the size of the hole on their balance sheet. Just contagion across crypto. Bitcoin fell under 16,000 to the mid 15,000s. Man, a lot to uncover here. Also, we did put out a Solana video as well after this stream. Definitely recommend you guys go check that out. But Robin, how you feeling?
Oh man, these last 48 hours just aren't ending. You know, we've had nothing besides FUD, and I don't mean F and FUD like fake. This is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We're not sure where this market's going to go, what is going to happen. You know, Bitcoin's fine, crypto in its entirety is fine. Now, what might not be fine is price action within the next 3 weeks, 3 months, or perhaps even 3 years. You know, who knows how long this will set us back. You know, maybe we'll open up discussion for what a bear market will look like if this would extend out what you think the bear market will look like. Because I know there's been rumors of, you know, late 2023, early 2024, you know, lining up with the Bitcoin halving, that we would be out of the bear market. Maybe it's time to reevaluate that. I mean, obviously a lot of big players are getting shaken out, and you know, regulation is probably on the horizon now at this point. And there's just every minute there's nothing but breaking news in the crypto space. And if you guys have exposure or have lost money in crypto, heartfelt apologies go out to you. It sucks. We've been in your shoes. At least I have. I know David has too. So, you know, we'll bounce back. We'll say that. Now, Bitcoin's under 16,000. Let that sink in. It was only last week we saw Bitcoin break over 20K up to 21,000. The narrative last week completely different than what we had today, and 15.8. Good God! I mean, right now, you know, your website showing 15.9, 15.8. You know, right now this is extreme uncertainty. It's probably a mixture between institutions getting liquidated, getting positions margin called, forced liquidations, sell-offs, like without wanting to sell, and also just you have the masses just scared. They're freaking out. You know, think about it. If you only used FTX, like me, I predominantly use Coinbase and I predominantly use Binance. If the two of those platforms went under, I would be kind of questioning the landscape, right? Because these are the two platforms I'm most familiar with. And so if those were to disappear and go under, I'm not saying I would exit, but I mean, I'd take a hard look at maybe the direction of crypto for at least a couple minutes, you know? And so I think that's where a lot of this sell pressure is going. Not only forced liquidations, but you have people that only used FTX, and now the only exposure they have to crypto is gone. You also have, you know, it's kind of surreal because it was only 6 months ago, you know, when we had the Super Bowl commercials where FTX had commercials, and you had Tom Brady on commercials, Steph Curry with FTX commercials. You have the Miami-Dade arena, the FTX arena where the Miami Heat play. That was also named the FTX arena. But it's not like this was something small that kind of a blip on the radar. I mean, you know, the second largest donor for the presidential campaign for Biden's election, second biggest donor was Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX. And not to mention all of that venture capital money that helped start up a lot of these crypto businesses, that has gone belly up. And so we've lost a true friend, honestly. I mean, that's the way I look at it. You know, if you lost money, that sucks. But, you know, we are taking a step back in the crypto ecosystem. I mean, one less builder, You know, it's like you had a good employee and you're running a business, and for whatever reason, whether or not it was of their fault, they're gone. And the space has one less person to build. And somebody will fill the shoes. We'll be fine. But it kind of sucks, man. It kind of sucks. And, you know, you got to think Tom Brady probably might not get back to crypto. You know, there's a lot of people that probably walk away from this. But we'll get them back tenfold. So I'm not worried about that. But it's a sad day, man. It's a sad day. And Bitcoin's $1,500. That always sucks.
Some stuff, you know, to no fault of the investor. You know, we're at the mercy of decentralized exchange. That's why we talk about custodying your own crypto. So we're going to start with this tweet from Binance. This is what made it official. There was speculation, but as a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news reports regarding mishandled customer funds and alleged U.S. agency investigations, we have decided that we will not pursue the potential acquisition of FTX.com. In the beginning, our hope was to be able to support FTX's customers to provide liquidity, but the issues are beyond our control or ability to help. Every time a major player in an industry fails, retail customers will suffer. We have seen over the last several years that the crypto ecosystem is becoming more resilient, and we believe in time that outliers that misuse user funds will be weeded out by the free market as regulatory frameworks are developed and as the industry continues to evolve toward greater decentralization. The ecosystem will grow stronger. You also have this breaking news. Sam Bankman-Fried says bankruptcy is likely without cash injection, which I believe, if I'm correct, that cash injection is in the range of $6 to $8 billion, which, you know, yeah. Here's something interesting, too, if you're a Bored Ape holder, is there's about $5 million worth of NFTs, including Bored Apes, that are at risk of liquidation. So we should see the floor price of those drop as people panic and panic sell. And we'll take a look at what the floor price is right. You know what? Actually, let's do that right now. Let's check the floor price of these Bored Apes on OpenSea.
And then while you pull that up, I do got a couple tweets here I want to pull up on my end.
Hold on 1 second. One second. Let's yeah. So this was so we're currently sitting at 63.16 ETH. We were last time I checked, we were at 69, so considerable drop there. Okay, go ahead.
So I have here. Oops, sorry, wrong. All right, have here from Watcher Guru. Just in, FTX suspends all onboarding of new clients and warns users against deposits. And then there is a notification when you go to their website. FTX is currently unable to process withdrawals. We strongly advise against depositing, and of course, all new customers are suspended.
Should they take? Just the ability? Should they take the ability for people to deposit just completely away? Like, why just tell people, hey, don't deposit money, just take that function away, right?
Yeah, it's probably easier said than done. You know, I'm sure there's.
It's easy to get rid of the withdrawal button, right?
Perhaps.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I think the writing was on the wall. I know a lot of people are locked up and staked up, and you know, I know it's not as easy for certain people to get out, when, especially when there's a lot of volume. Transactions fail, things like that. So hopefully you got your stuff off. You know, we were trying to give you the heads up. We were discussing the withdrawal from FTX 3-4 days ago. So hopefully, if you're subscribed here, you had a chance to do that. On a I don't know if I could call it a lighter note, but on another note, we have here. I'm going to bring this up. Take a look. There, pull that up. So Peter Schiff, this guy, he just comes out of the shadows when you know. Don't need to. Anyways, with Bitcoin trading below 17K, hodlers should not look at this as another buying opportunity, but as a wake-up call. What is happening all around you is not FUD, it's reality. Pay attention to what the markets and the imploding crypto industry are telling you. Get out now. David, you want some insight on there? I know you love to cuss on remarks here, but what's your thoughts on Peter Schiff? Yeah, obviously he's just a hater, right?
Bro, one of my cousin's cousin. I'm Armenian, so we have a lot of cousins. So I guess he's like my sixth cousin. I had to unfollow him today because every time Bitcoin is down, it's just like, where they do like one lower cap letter, one higher cap letter. He's like, oh, Bitcoin's like this is what we have to deal with for now, right? Anytime something happens, you have all the people, I told you so, and then as soon as the prices go up, it's like someone put a muzzle on their mouth and they don't say a word. And so I don't pay attention to Peter Schiff. I don't know who really does, to be honest with you. He's like the Jim Cramer of...
Well, I'll say this. 50 years, Peter Schiff will not be around, but Bitcoin will. And more than likely, me and you won't be around in 50 years. Maybe we will. But
I don't know. I'm planning
Bitcoin will. So...
You know what? You know where Bitcoin is not around? Bitcoin is not around Alameda's balance sheet anymore. So they just moved 10 million worth of wrapped Bitcoin to other wallets an hour ago. Seems like they're liquidating. This chart right here, guys, shows. So purple, you have their USDC. Orange, you have BIT. And then wrapped Bitcoin, you can see on the right here, it's just completely diminished. FTX token and Lido Finance. So, I mean, this is
selling, huh?
This is what we expected, right? This is what we expected. Now,
yeah. We said forced liquidations or just liquidating in general just because you have to. Obviously, Alameda Research has got to consolidate money. There's no point in holding on to Bitcoin at this point, right?
No. They're going under. So a couple things I want to talk about. So Gary Gensler actually... he chimed in. He says the FTX collapse is, quote, part of a pattern in crypto markets. And these next two lines I'm going to read are direct quotes from him. What we've seen in the last 2 days, if I can sort of step back from it a bit, it's really part of a pattern of what we've seen over the past 6 or 8 months. Investors get hurt when we don't rely upon the time-tested public policy guardrails. I would not take the last 2 days as separate from what's happened in the last 8 months. He also pointed to particular leverage as well as, quote, lack of disclosure or opacity. We've seen the use of other people's money and trading ahead. You knew this was coming. You knew Gary was going to chime in, and this is just going to put ammo in his, in his arsenal to fire back at the crypto industry and bring the regulations he deems necessary, which we all agree that it's not something we want to see. Kind of moving right along, guys, because we're a little crunched on time. FTX faces federal probes as FTX Ventures and Alameda sites go dark. Like, you cannot go on FTX.com anymore unless they brought it back up. Same thing with Alameda. So a couple things of highlight here. The websites of FTX Ventures and Alameda Research went offline today amidst solvency issues. The takedown occurred around the time that Bloomberg reported an expanded regulatory probe into FTX, and FTX is believed to be insolvent, and its survival depends on an acquisition from its competitor Binance, which we now know is not happening. According to Bloomberg, the SEC and CFTC are investigating those firms in connection to the crypto lending liquidity crisis.
So all right. I know it might be a little. I know it might be a little too early to speculate, but you know what? Do Kwon, 3 Arrows Capital, a lot of the founders, they've disappeared, right? Mm-hmm. And, do you think the same is on the table for, say, Bankman-Fried? Do you think he's going to be on the run? Do you think he's going to disappear? I mean, we have talks of, because if he was doing illegal activity, which it sounds like he was, I'm no lawyer, so I don't know what rules or laws might have been broken, but I'm sure you could dig up, some information on him, right? And so
I don't know. I don't think.
Anyways, I'm sure the regulators, Homeland Security, whoever, the Federal Justice Department can find some wrongdoing if they probe deep enough, especially with all the fraud that they had going on over there. I have this. If you want to pull that up full screen. We have former FTX employees say that Sam Bankman-Fried is missing and most likely on the run. This is per the Wall Street Journal. I haven't actually went to the Wall Street Journal to fact check this or not. I just saw it on a thread. And then, interestingly enough, somebody had a comment here. Pretty sure this whole debacle is how Sam Bankman-Fried and Giselle masterminded their getaway with just enough to live out their lives on a deserted island.
Jesus.
We have the departure of Sam Bankman-Fried and the departure of Giselle right around the same time. And we know that Giselle was heavily invested in Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. So, let the conspiracy theories start. Let them start.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Solana. Right. So the Solana ecosystem
guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Come on. Let's get some people in here.
Solana ecosystem is imploding in the wake of the FTX collapse. FTX and Alameda, which appear to be collapsing, are dragging the entire Solana ecosystem down along with them, with data suggesting that chain users are now rushing to the exit. According to Solana Compass, an unprecedented amount of SOL tokens are currently in the process of being unstaked. The website currently says that 60,399,000 SOL tokens worth approximately $755 million at the time of writing are listed as deactivating, meaning that at the start of the next epoch, in a little over 14 hours, these tokens will become unlocked. In other words, over 8.8% of the token supply could be dumped on the market soon. This was written 3 hours ago. Let's call it 4 hours ago. So you're looking at another 10 hours. 10 hours from now.
This is probably tokens bought at still a profit, right?
I mean,
this
I know there's a
early day lockups, right?
I know there's a lot of these VCs and businesses that have staked Solana for the.
So imagine if you got seed rounds, you got early investment opportunities at Solana at less than $1. Let's just say even for poops and giggles, it was at $3.
Did you say poops and giggles?
At $3, yes, even at $3. And so if that's the case, hey, I could still turn a profit. This was still a good investment for me if I cash out now. There's no telling how far this will drop. And I'm telling you, I think the sell pressure, going into the weekend, sub $10 Solana. You calling me crazy, or do you think that's real? I think with all of this unlocking going on, under $10, man. I think you have that much amount of Solana getting unstaked, probably still being sold at a profit, gonna dump on the market.
I mean, at this point, how can you say anything is crazy, right? We were talking about Bitcoin going to 7,000, and shout out to Crypto Lifer. He sounded the $7,000 Bitcoin alarm months ago, and Rob and I both were like, what is this guy talking about, dude? Hey, man.
Yeah,
I'll be the first to say,
speaking of content creators, also got Crypto Blood back in here. What's up,
what's up CB?
Hola! Yeah, kind of crazy, man, to think about, in hindsight, when we were at 30,000 and someone called 7K as a possible range of support. We're not far from there, honestly. And just to even show you here, take a look at this. Bitcoin, 15,700. $15,764. Remember, we were 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago, we were over. 3 days ago, we were over 21,000. Put that into perspective. We're down 14% just on the 24 hours, and on the week, we're down 21% on the week on Bitcoin. Dear Lord. Dear Lord.
Guys, if you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Also, we did put a tweet out, and I'll pull the tweet up here so you guys can see it. But I'll swap over here.
And
So-
also, Infinite Crypto is in here as well. So we've got a couple new people while you pull up the chat. We got Merpotties, Brian Robinson, Pat Murphy, Ryan Gutswe, Greg Nowak, Santiago, Mangi C, Next Level Cash, and BG. Hola! Welcome, Sin City Crypto. Actually, BG's in here.
So we tweeted this today. We know a lot of people are hurting right now. If you're one of those people, know you're not alone, and the crypto community has your back, including us here at Sin City Crypto. We dropped a resource here. It's a helpline. I believe it's got depression, anxiety, suicide. So before you do something that you think is necessary, which if it's any of those, it's not. Reach out to someone, man. Reach out to us. Reach out to a friend, a family member. Reach out to one of these hotlines. They're there for a reason. They're completely free and anonymous, so no one has to know, right? There is no shame in needing help. There's no shame in asking for help, right? We all deal with trauma in different ways. And so if you need a little bit of help, man, it's okay. It's totally fine. Just don't do anything dumb, right? Money comes, money goes. Don't worry.
Yeah, you will learn, and you will become stronger, and you'll become more of a savvy investor. Believe me, if you wouldn't have taken any losses or any L's in your portfolio, you'll probably will sell too quickly, right? Mm-hmm. If you put in $1,000, you never lost anything. When you get to 5,000, you're gonna be like, "Woo!" You'll cash out, and then you'll watch your portfolio. You'll watch your would-be investment 10x from there. And so, anyways, time in the market, even when times are down, it's nothing but experience. It teaches you the value of money, the value of a good investment, and you'll learn when to exit the market at the right time.
Yeah. Giorgio Razmazdi, or sorry, I probably butchered your last name. I'll answer your question in a second. He said, do you think Solana will survive, considering the possibility that it will go to zero? So the first thing I want to show is the FTT token. So this is sitting at $2, down over 90%. The volume on this is down as well, coming in at 1.3 billion, which for a exchange token is massive, right? It's massive. And so hopefully you're able to pull, if you had money in the FTT token, hopefully you're able to pull that out when it was in the teens still. Hopefully you didn't hold on and hope for the best. But as far as Solana, right? So we do have close to $1 billion being unstaked in the next 12 hours or so. That doesn't mean that they're all going to be dumped, right? But if we were to just say, let's say, for example, 60%, 60% of those tokens, right, that were locked on chain to help secure the network, were from some of those VC companies, were from, let's say, Alameda Research or FTX Ventures or Multicoin Capital, whatever the case may be. Galaxy Digital, we know they had big exposure to Solana as well. You got to assume with everything going on, these guys are going to cut ties, and they're probably going to get rid of their Solana, right? If you bought in at $1 and Solana's sitting at $14, that's still a 14x. Now you might be sitting there saying, well, they had a 200x. Yeah, but they could also have 0. And so that is what worries me. But, at the end of the day, Solana's still got a big ecosystem. They're number 2 in NFTs, right, for volume and user base. They still have, Alameda, FTX Ventures, they're not the only ones that put money in Solana. What I did hear, though, I was listening to the CoinDesk podcast on Spotify. Big shout out to those guys. They're actually the first news outlet that broke the initial story about Alameda's balance sheet. They said Alameda owns 30% of the locked Solana that's going to become unlocked. 30%.
Bro.
So that's $300 million.
Stop it.
I'm dead serious. $300 million.
Yeah. Okay. Not financial advice. In my position, you should be evaluating. You should be evaluating your holdings if you're in Solana. Their ecosystem, top to bottom. At least go do a little bit more research. see who's got exposure where, because you have a lot of people that were cross investing and borrowing and leveraging debt and paying in FTT tokens, and we know how invested FTX was with Solana. That was their baby. That was their baby, right? Now FTX is gone. I mean, the crutch has been kicked out. Will Solana be able to stand up on its own?
No,
Has it made enough strides since then? They better be buttoned up, bro. They better be like somewhat decentralized and have their hands off the steering wheel, because if they got some kind of weird exposure to FTX and FTT and collateral, or they're a blockchain, they're not supposed to, so they should be fine. They should be fine, but at the same time, don't discount anything. Don't discount anything. Anything is on the table right now, man.
Here's the thing to remember too, guys, is majority of times when a project gets a investment from a financial firm or a VC company, let's say it's $500 million, they don't get that all up front. Payments are made per month, right? They get a check cut every month, and so you got to assume if there's any money left to pay out of the let's say $450 million or $350 million Alameda invested in Solana just a year ago, those checks are going to stop coming in. And so what does that mean for Solana's ecosystem? Are they going to be able to continue building? I mean, if you're a VC firm, right? Let's say you're a traditional company, a VC firm, a hedge fund, like, are you really going to want to invest any money into some of these crypto projects right now, right? I mean, love them or hate them, Alameda and FTX, they were giants in this space. I can't tell you, I mean, we brought up the list, over 280 projects that Alameda Research has helped fund. How many of those projects? Near might have never been here if it wasn't for Alameda. Solana might have never been here if it wasn't for Alameda. So it's not just having money on the exchange, it's the ripple effect it's going to cause. And not only to Alameda, FTX, Solana, but Galaxy Digital, Multicoin, some of these exchanges. It's definitely, it's not a pretty sight, but with everything.
What do you think? What do you think What do you think will happen to Solana and NFTs?
I mean, that's a whole nother topic of conversation.
I mean, does price action help NFTs? Because I mean, essentially, the barrier for entry is lower, floor prices.
Yeah,
cut
but who's
way
going to
down.
want to?
Do you think projects go under? Because
here's the thing: if you're
the
a
second
project,
largest, the second largest NFT platform is on Solana. So I mean, I'm not trying to, and I know it's a secondary, issue with, everyone's worried about will Solana be fine, and realistically, I'm sure people are like, who cares about NFTs? But you know what? This is the second largest NFT platform out in crypto. You got Ethereum, you got Solana. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of companies that are reliant on that ecosystem to be propped up and to work and be efficient and to generate revenue. There's people's livelihood at stake. There's jobs, and so it's like, what does the NFT space look like? Is that going to be a hard reset?
I mean, here's the thing. Let's say you're planning on launching a project on Solana. Chances are you're going to say nope. If you're an investor of Solana NFTs, well, guess what? When you sell your NFT, what do you get in return? Solana. So it's all tied together, right? It might seem different, but it's all tied together. Let's just take a quick peek at what the rest of the markets are doing. Some of the biggest gainers. Well, not really gainers, but losers. So the market cap is under $800 billion. That is insane. We're almost at 1.1 trillion just like 3-4 days ago. Bitcoin's dominance is what?
Just the price of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
it's at 15.6 now.
15.7. ETH is probably going to go under 1K. Tether has added some weight to their market cap. It was close to 59 billion. It is now 69 billion. At least we know people feel confident moving their money back into stable coins. You have Tether, USDC, and BUSD being the top three stable coins. I mean, ADA at 31 cents, XRP at 32 cents, Polygon at 79 cents. Um, I mean,
I
out of the
mean, if you're looking to get into the market, I mean, some top 10 projects. I mean, Solana was top 10 last week, but so nothing's guaranteed here, people. FTX, the FTT token was in the top 20
what do you got your
a
eye
couple
on
weeks
here,
ago.
Rob? If you're picking something up, what do you got your eye
I
on?
mean, yeah, I still staying the course, honestly. I mean, Cardano is still something. I'm actually not accumulating right now, man. I guess I probably should be picking some stuff out. I had some cash. We were talking about it this morning. I got cash on the side, and it was a few $1,000s. It's some money for me just to enter in on a good buy if I see an asset that tanks, and I just didn't even feel comfortable keeping it on Binance. I'm like, yo, I understand. Binance is fine. I'm sure they're not going to go under, but at the same time, I mean, who knows? I honestly, if I miss out buying Cardano at 25 cents instead of 32 cents, it's not the end of the world. I'm looking long term. So be it. I'm right now. I just want to mitigate my risk. Extreme volatility in the market. You don't know what the hell is going on right now. The regulations is shadowing over everything. You don't know who's got partnerships and lending money out. You remember when Voyager, Celsius, when they went under, these big loans, these $300,000 or $300 million loans, $400 million loans, $200 million loans, that didn't come out until after the fact. And so I'm not sitting here trying to be have my accounts frozen. And all the while, 3 weeks from now, we hear about Binance having, some issue with some loan.
You just never know.
Extremely unlikely. And so for me, I've exited the market as far as mitigating risk in the very short term. Probably within, I'd probably give it if nothing else happens, maybe 2 weeks from now, I'll put my funds back on an exchange, and then from there I can kind of start sniping out some good entry points. To answer your question for the really long drug out delay for that, probably Cardano. If I can get it at a quarter, if I can get it at under 20 cents, dear Lord, I will be picking some up. I have a little doubt that within the next 5 years, Cardano will be over $1, and so picking up at a quarter, easy 4x in my opinion, and probably way more than that. You're probably really that is the extremely conservative estimate, a 5-year dollar Cardano. So I'd probably be looking at hopefully a return at $3, $5 Cardano. I think that's plausible, and picking it up at a quarter is a 20x if it gets to $5. So that's the way I kind of look at it.
Yeah, so I want to show. So I found this here. I want to show you guys. So this is from the @the_data_nerd. Within the last 6 hours, Alameda has deposited 15.4 million USDT to Binance. They have also sent a number of altcoins, including, here they are. So these are the transactions. You have 1.1 million, 8.7, and then in the 1.5 millions. If we go on to the next one, they've sent over 1 million Serum tokens, 406,000 Sandbox tokens, 106,000 Mask Network, not familiar with that one, close to 3 million Matic tokens. 3 million Matic tokens. Yearn Finance, 16.6, Kyber Network, and Pundai X token. This hurts me the most with Polygon Matic. I mean, there's so much good news with Polygon that was happening. It was on a tear. It was at $1.26, $1.30. Big partnerships. You had J.P. Morgan Chase who completed a transaction on the Polygon network. You had Reddit. You had Disney. I mean, you had so much going on, and this thing is just getting dragged through the mud. But guess what? 79-cent Polygon, you guys, in my opinion, in the height of the next bull run, that's an easy 10x. Easy 10x. I mean, Do you agree? $7 Polygon, $8 Polygon.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know about that high, but I could see $3-4. You never know with the merge coming up, or the merge being complete, and then roll-ups coming out, a little bit more scalable, more throughput.
Polygon.
I found Larry. I brought Larry up in here. What's up, Larry?
Oh,
Say hello. Say hi.
Larry. So. All right. So that's all the content we have. If you guys have any questions, feel free. Someone said Quant,
Yes.
$104. Quant, great buy, $100. I'd love to get it under 100. Flow at $1.14. Yeah. So all the coins we've kind of been talking about: Flow, Quant, Near Protocol. Let's take a look at.
Also, remember, Alameda Research had two early investment rounds in a Near Protocol, and
Near is under $2.
Yeah, so that might be something. Maybe wait for this shakeout. Wait for if Alameda Research is still holding a significant amount of Near Protocol tokens, which I think they will be, they could be liquidating it and causing the price to crash. And if you're a super fan of it, then you can get back into it. Larry, what's going on, bro? It's late. As soon as it gets dark, man, Larry gets cranky or fidgety.
Algorand at 26
yeah,
cents.
near.
VeChain at a penny.
I'm still sitting here looking at Near Protocol here. So it's at $1.99. So I'm thinking about it, man. $2 was obviously big support for Near Protocol, and if it lost $2 support, I mean, how far is this thing going to drop? Especially if word gets out that it's getting, its seed round investments getting liquidated by Alameda Research. Could be.
Here you have the Tron stablecoin depegging sitting at 98 cents. This thing did actually depeg. Got all the way down to 95 cents and stayed there. Didn't get back up, so it depegged back in.
Oh, dude,
June.
yeah, we need to talk about this, man.
June of this year, and
Bro.
didn't get back to its peg until the end of June. So,
Man, you know what? I'm sure Justin Sun probably doesn't have a lot of money to be throwing at this right now, right? I mean, everybody's down.
I mean,
Last time he was trying to defend the peg, it was.
He holds the majority of the token, so I don't think it's going to affect as many people as obviously something like FTX is doing. All right,
I don't know, man. Larry's pissed off, man. I'm telling you, USDD might not be the way to go. All right, I'm gonna go put it back in this cage. I'll let you do some TA there. We're back.
All right, so I'm going to take the. I'm going to go ahead and take. Oh, nope. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to use Crypto Stackers Pro. So this is our man Forrest, and I just took the local high here we had at 21,000. Let's kind of see where the margin pressure levels are, where shorting kind of runs out, the incentive to short runs out. We have a few levels here. The 16,000 level. If we close below it, per this, we're looking at 14,200. If I move the high to, let's
14,
say,
huh?
Yeah,
That's what Gareth kept talking about. 14,000, man.
yeah. And so if we move the local high to November 7th, which was at 20,400, you're looking at the 3x level at 15.5, which is kind of where we're finding support right now. And then you have 2x level at 13.7 and the 1x level at $10,300. Let's take a look at Solana, see what Solana's levels are telling us. So Solana number 18 currently, $11.43. Oh man, okay. So Solana, let's just take the high here, right here. Let's go $30. No, we gotta go lower.
And then iTrust Capital had a PR release. iTrust Capital software platform has no direct exposure to FTX and its negative FTT token or Alameda Research. FTX is not used as a service provider for iTrust Capital. So now you're starting to see everybody in this game. We saw Charles Hoskinson yesterday had a stream last night talking about this. He made a point to say multiple times. He has him, Cardano, ADA token has very little association with FTX, wasn't even listed there. So I think we're going to see anybody and everybody that is a major figure that has money locked up, or that has lots of money in the ecosystem coming out and saying, "Hey, we do or we did not have exposure." That USDD is, I'm telling you, right now, that thing, you don't think it's going to collapse? I saw it pop up, the USDD.
Does it really matter?
Yeah, I mean, Tron, look where Tron is on those charts.
Who's using USDD? Justin Sun.
Nobody, but that's the thing, man. That's the scary part, is that nobody's using it. So number 14, you got Tron on the CoinMarketCap list. USDD is still, what was it, number like 55 or 60 or something? And so, dominoes are going to fall, man. And maybe it's the dominoes you don't expect. Right now, you're thinking it's venture capital exposure, over leveraging debt from one platform to another. Perhaps it's just the lack of liquidity, the lack of volume on a stable coin or an asset that is dependent on arbitrage in a certain direction. The people playing their part and trying to preserve the price of the peg for financial gains. If the incentive is not there, the volume is not there, the liquidity is not there, you could see a situation where another algorithmic stablecoin could go under. And I know you're trying to discount it, like, it's USDD, nobody uses it, but there's a lot of people in Asian countries that are using it. And not to mention, it's straight tied to the hip to the Tron network, right? And so, I don't know, it could be another casualty of war here.
Possible.
This is a Solana chart? Yeah. Just straight tanking, huh?
4 hour.
That's ugly, bro. And then also, it's not just the crypto markets that are down. Take a quick look at this while you're looking at your chart there. You have, if you want to full screen me, you got the S&P close at minus 2.5 points, and S&P 500 over 2%, and front and center here on mainstream media, CNN here, or CNBC, excuse me. Binance backs out of FTX rescue. This is the top story here. Binance CEO tells employees this was not a master plan demised by FTX, and Bitcoin falls to the lowest level in nearly 2 years. As Binance abandons FTX deal. So it's not only just the degens or the crypto enthusiasts and the Bitcoin holders. It's not just us talking about it. It's everyone. Jim Cramer's talking about Bitcoin. You have Peter Schiff talking about Bitcoin. Anybody and everybody that has any association of finance is now putting in their 2 cents. And obviously it's not just an internal story anymore. This is big, man. This is something we're going to talk about for the next 10 years, right?
Yeah, you would assume so. But all right, that's all I got on the docket for today. Anything else you want to talk about?
Let's just send it over to the chat real quick. The Naked Canadian says he uses USDD. And then also, if you got any questions, we'll answer a couple of those. Maybe take about another 5-10 minutes here. And then some of the new people I've seen, Greg Norwalk. Also got we had a McDonald's hiring team was in our stream earlier. That was interesting. And McDonald's hiring team says, good news, we're hiring flipping burgers now. Join Michael Saylor for the morning shift and a free Happy Meal on us. We also had some people, I mean, at the end of the day, man, you got to keep it lighthearted, man. It is dark times right now, but there's no reason to keep your head down. This can be a buying opportunity for you, and yeah. So do got over 200 people in the stream though, so we do appreciate the support from everybody here. It wasn't but last month 200 people was a shining achievement. Not to discount it now, but that's amazing, man. I'm glad to see that we are your trusted source for updates in the crypto environment when Bitcoin is crashing, or when there's uncertainty when it comes to different platforms and your prayer projects. We want to be your go-to source for entertainment, and we appreciate you stopping by here. We are community first here. We talk about it all the time when we're discussing our business plans, our direction. There's certain things that we want to do on the channel, or certain things that we need to eliminate, and we're always questioning, hey, but the community likes this, or we're doing this for the community, or what more can we do for the community? So I just want to extend a thanks to you guys, and if you guys are upset with the markets, it'll be all right, man. It'll be all right. We'll come back. We'll bounce back. So.
Straight up. Right.
And then, let me see. Let's get one question. Surging. Yasu says surging bad loans seem to be the new olds, right? What's happening now in the crypto space is not anything that the world is new to. It's just packaged up in a fun and sexy new way called cryptocurrency. And so value and money moving around, collateral, loans, debt, and then you have mergers, acquisitions, bankruptcy. This might be new to some of you. This might be something that you might think you haven't been around, but hey, it's been here since the day of the gold coins and the first currencies. So. All right, well, without further ado, I got nothing else. David?
Nope. Guys, go follow us on Twitter. Go join our Community Rant Discord. And then come back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time for our daily regularly scheduled. I know we've been going early the last couple of days, but obviously with everything going on, we feel like it's necessary. Same thing might happen tomorrow. That's why you definitely want to be subscribed and ping the notification bell. That'll do it, you guys. Thank you so much. We love you, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care, please.